Pokemon Sun Alpha. Alright, Pokemon Sun and Moon releasing this year, November 18th, for the most part, worldwide, except for Europe, which gets in November 23rd. A lot of people have been asking me, hey, what team are you on? Pokemon Sun or Pokemon Moon? And then they'll ask me what team I am when it comes to the starters. Now, a lot of people don't know, and I don't know why this is not a thing, but yeah, I do play the Pokemon games. I've been playing since Pokemon Red, you know, but I'm just not into the whole PokeTuber thing. But a lot of people have been asking me my opinions on these new Pokemon that we've seen, including the starters and the legendaries. The 3 stars that have been revealed are Rowlet, Grass and Flying, I really hope I said that name right, Litten, a fire cat, and Popplio, a water sea lion. But a lot of people have been asking me, what team are you on? And especially since we've seen the legendaries, which for Team Moon is a big bat looking thing that kind of looks like a dream catcher, and a fucking lion for Team Sun. Well, before these have been announced, I've always said, hey, I'm Team Sun, you know, feel the power of the sun. A lot of people's like, oh, but the darkness, Moon is so edgy. Like, nah, I'm good where I am. Gotta represent, you know, Florida, Team Sun, let's go. Yeah. So definitely hashtag Team Sun for HMK. But when it comes to the starters, what team I am? Am I Team Rowlet? Am I Team Litten? Am I Team Popplio? I gotta say, first and foremost, I am Team Let Me See their evolved forms first, and then I'll decide. Because holy shit, you guys don't even know. I've been burned before when I'm like, oh my god, this starter's gonna be whack, this starter's gonna be great, let's see what happens, and they evolve and then they turn into like some wicked awesome shit or some wicked shit, literal shit. And man, a lot of people's been going with Team Rowlet because it's a cute little grass owl and stuff like that. I already know JJ's going nuts because he loves owls, but for me, it's Grass Flying times 4 to ice. No thanks, I ain't down with that. Litten, everyone's like, oh, look at Litten, Team Edgy, the edgy kid, Team Litten, oh my goodness. And I'm pretty sure that the final evolution of Team Litten is either going to be Fire and Dark or Fire and Poison, because Litten, even though it looks cool, it's pretty nasty, because if you read the Pokedex, it literally uses its fur to use fire attacks, because the fur is like charged with oils and that can combust very easily. So it licks the fur and then spits the fur at you, which catches fire, and I'm like, that's disgusting. I have a certain fondness for fire starters, so maybe Litten, but watch it turn into something ugly, because man, God knows, Fennekin, that Delphox, I wasn't down for that. But Team Popplio, whatever that name is, God, yo, oh my lord, the internet has been shitting on this dude. Holy fuck, no one wants this fucking Pokemon.
Out of the way, you.
Okay, that's a bit of an over-exaggeration. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who are Team Popplio. I'm pretty sure that blah blah LPs is Team Popplio, but I mean, like, damn! People have been shitting on this man, but yo, the funny thing is, watch, because people have been shitting on Froakie, and then became Greninja, and Greninja's in Smash, and we have Ash Greninja, and it was like, Greninja, I started with Greninja, I started with Froakie. It's like, Greninja, you don't fuck with that fucking water, or a water frog ninja, hell yeah. So watch Popplio, god, what is this name? Popplio, whatever. Watch this thing becomes the best starter out of all of them. Watch it becomes like an awesome fucking water god and shit. I'm pretty sure that it might end up being water ice, because all the other Pokemon, I'm just saying from what I know, all the other Pokemon that's like in that realm of, you know, animal characteristics and traits, like Dugong, water ice. Spheal, whatever that shit turns into at the end of its evolutionary chain, water ice. So this Popplio thing, by the time it's gonna be done, it's gonna be water ice. And you know, since it's like, you know, a sea lion is like, it's probably gonna end up in its final evolution bouncing a giant ice ball on its nose that it's gonna use for attacks and shit. I've seen some concept art of, like, you know, fan-made evolutions, and they all seem cool, but I'm pretty sure by the end of its evolution it's gonna have that ice ball bouncing, and it's like, oh, you wanna fuck with me? Bah! And just like throw that shit at the people. So when it comes to the starters, I really want to see their legendary, they're not the legends, but their final evolutionary chains before I make my decision, because god, I know a shitload of people who wanted to go for Chespin, and then when that final evolution of Chespin, God, Buzz Lightyear wannabe ass bitch, oh god, it was bad. It was bad. Like, when it comes to starts for the 6 Pokemon that I've had up until Generation 7, Generation 1, Charmander, Generation 2, Cyndaquil, Generation 3, Mudkip, Generation 4, what was Generation 4? Generation 4, Chimchar, and Generation 5 was Snivy, turns into Superior, and Generation 6 was Froakie, becomes Greninja. Those have been my choices. Usually I go with the sure thing with Fire, and Litten, Fire Cat. I will have to see what it turns into, but if it becomes a Tiger, yeah, because I mean we already have fucking, you know, Priroar, and we already have another legendary Lion. It might end up being Fire Electric. I don't know. But I already know for a sure thing that bat is more likely gonna be dark and flying, because I mean, like, Team Moon, Pokemon Moon, it's a bat, dark, it's a bat, flying, ice flying, I don't fucking know. But everyone wanted to know what I thought of these 2 Pokemon. These designs, they're not terrible, but damn, the internet has been fucking, like, for every Pokemon design when it comes to the starters, they have been shitting on them one way or another, except for Rowlet. A lot of people seem to like Rowlet, and a grass owl, I can dig it. But that's what I think about these Pokemon. I am not gonna go with a team starter until I see their evolutions, and then I'm like, okay, this team, because I don't want to get burned. I'm like, all right, Team Litten, and it turns out to be some fat, ugly shit. No, I don't want that. But we'll have to wait and see. But I'm definitely Team Sun, because that line looks badass. Watch it turns out to be Fire Electric, because me and my friends have been talking about this. I'm like, what could it be? Fire Fairy? Fire something? No, it has to, like, the power of the sun, the power of heat. Fire Electric, they haven't done that before. Fire Electric sounds pretty badass in my opinion. Yeah, let's do it. Let's fucking do it. So, I want to know what you guys think. What team are you? Hashtag Team Sun or hashtag Team Moon? And also, what team for the stars are you? I ain't gonna fuck with that when it comes to a team. Is that Team Litten, Team Rowlet, Team Popplio, whatever. I'm gonna wait to see the evolution. But are you guys gonna wait? What team are you when it comes to stars? So, until the next video, I've been HMK, and when Pokemon Sun and Moon comes out, you get ready for them battles. So, till then, I will check you guys later.